rhythm is the duration of a sound or silence, or how long does the sound or silence last. So basically the thing is like each note has its own value, whether it's a half beat or a beat or whatever. So rhythm is something that's going to keep you in beat, if that makes sense. So it classifies like kind of like each little note. So I don't know if rhythm you want to put like when it says the duration of sound or silence, how long you are making sound. Pitch. A pitch refers about like how high or how low the sound is. So like a symbol you might draw for that maybe is an up arrow maybe, or a down arrow. It's funny because I promise you when you get ready to take your semester test and do these things like this, it will help you see these little symbols like in your head. Because after a while, sometimes the vocab for music will kind of all run together and they all seem the same. What is texture? So think about food or texture, like if you were to feel like different types of carpet. You have the smoother top, you have the shag kind of carpet, or clothing. I'm picky about that. I cannot wear itchy clothing. So in music, how are the lines of music, how do they fit together? So what is the texture? So like, how do those lines move? The chords, it's all of it mixing it together that creates the texture of that piece. So maybe something you can think of that would help you remember the word texture. I don't know, you want to draw like a cool little rug or think about that. Or maybe a food that you do not like the texture to. I always want to say timber because it looks like timber to me, so to me I would like draw a tree. I don't know why, but it's also called the tone color. So it's basically, it's like if I played a certain sound for you, you would be able to say, okay, I know what instrument that is because I've been told all my life that's a piano. So, or you may have heard in life, you know, what a piano sounds like, okay? So those different sounds help identify it. Now, I realize some people, you don't always get this right, but if you were in a whole nother room and your dad or your mom hollered at you, most people would be able to differentiate who was hollering for them, right? Like, if I holler at my kids and I'm like, hey, Abby, come in here, they would know my voice and wouldn't think it was their brother, you know, like one of their brothers hollering for them. So tone color is the same with music. It's what defines the different sounds of instruments. So timbre, I don't know if you want to think of it like with the tone color, you might want to draw a tree and like think of like the different colors of leaves and stuff like that. A trumpet doesn't sound like a flute. Voices, everyone has a different color. You're not even going to see identical twins sound exactly alike in music. There's going to be somebody that's going to, it's going to be one of them that's going to have a little bit of a vocal difference. One of them may have a better range than the other. They're not going to be exactly the same. Tempo. Tempo is pretty easy. I mean, we've heard that word and we've used it a lot in our projects. Tempo is going to be the one that's going to define whether your song is fast or slow. And this is what I'm saying. It's tempo and dynamics that I get mixed up a lot myself, and I have to sit there and think about it. Dynamics, remember, is the volume if it's loud or quiet, but tempo is the speed, like if it's going fast or slow, okay? So tempo and with the speed, you might want to draw a speedometer, like, you know, or a speed, you know, sign or something like that. So that way you remember that tempo is about the speed of music. At the speed of the beat is that, it, you know, think about, or your heart. You can think about the beat of your heart. Is your heart beating fast? Is it beating slow? Okay, so we're gonna review for our go words on the elements of music. So I want you to write on your scrap piece of paper 1 to 7, and I'm gonna play a really goofy song for you as it talks about the elements of music. So as it's going, I want to see if you can write down those 7 elements of music. So let me know when you get 1 through 7 written down. Bear with it. Just try to remember drip TT. There, drip TT. Dynamics. Well, first, what's the word that it spells? Drip what? Drip 3 T's. All right. So, can you make me the first two? What's the D and the R?
Dynamics.
Okay. What are the second two?
Instruments.
All right. And then what are the last three?
Texture.
Yes. Okay. Let me ask you this. Before we started it, could you have listed all 7 of the dynamics? But now it's stuck in your head, right? Okay. So now the thing is now you'll be able to list 7. But the thing is you kind of have to know what each 7 are. So now what you'll do is on your drip 3 T's, draw some kind of picture that helps you associate that picture or symbol with that word.
I know that this isn't the type of note that it's talking about.
You can finish it tomorrow. All right, so you're doing a vocabulary word?
Yeah, he is.
I can't
Which
see.
number is it?
Well, you can't tell them which number because then that gives you the answer. Wait, I can't see what it is. Here, hold on.
I couldn't even tell what half of the.
Well, it's all right.
Is it 11?
Yeah.
11? Is it skilled music? Is that what it says?
It's so bad.
Oh, it's
I'm
been
assuming
right.
that's
That
a
says skilled musician, but
clarinet or a
Sony likes
trumpet.
it.
I mean, like, what is?
It's a musical
Oh.
instrument.
Yes, you're right. It's an instrument. That's my
Is it the first one at 6?
You could have drew a guitar and got it that would.
Probably.
Oh.
That is true.
Is it the second, the first 7? Drill?
Rapid alternation between 2 notes. A trill? No, because that's a vocal technique.
Okay. So is it the second 6?
Is it the second 6?
Is it the second sig?
Timbre, tone, color, and quality of a sound
Yeah.
that distinguishes an instrument or singer from another.
It's 6.
Yep,
Yeah.
timbre.
Oh.
So that's like when you hear a certain sound, you know that it's like identifies with that instrument or that person. Okay, so you have a binder with all of the countries and their instruments in there. And I've asked you to draw one of the instruments and see if you guys can guess what country it's from.
Can you get?
That's actually a really good drawing.
Yeah.
I'm impressed because I wouldn't have been able to do it.
Look, already got it. It's your turn.
Wait, which country is it from?
Africa.
And what's the instrument? What's the name of the instrument?
I can't read it.
Okay, here's your binder too. I flipped them all on that page.
I can't read that, so someone will actually have to tell me what the name of it is.
It's Wait, what country is that?
India.
I don't know what country is missing.
Ireland. Sorry? Yeah. Oh.
Which one did you say?
Something in
I said this one.
Domra. Oh yeah, that's the one from Russia.
Can I use this one? It's that one. It's
Yeah.
that one. That's the best one.
Oh, it looks like the word bazooka, but it's not.
River, it's your turn.
Oh, I know. This is fun for me.
No. I'm not even looking at them.
Do you know which instrument it is?
No, I didn't look. I just guessed. Is it, it's this one.
Yeah.
It's the taiko?
Huh?
Yeah.
Taiko?
Oh, Tokyo. It's played like a kid, like with lots of energy. Remember like when they go like crazy like with a ninja playing?